Okay, so I'm very pleased to welcome Samuel Lopez, who is a director, co-founder of Latinos Positivos, living in Canada. And that's all I'm going to say about you because you're going to tell your story and I'm sure you're going to tell us a lot more about yourself. So I turn it over to you. Thank you for being here.
What am I doing? You were asking me, what am I talking about? And I honestly, my answer is, yeah, right? Like, seriously, about HIV, about being over 50, who cares? You know, I have no clue. What happened is that I decided that I was going to do it, and I don't remember even my notes. So there are many things that I don't remember, but I don't know if it's because of HIV, if it's because so much weed, if it's because I'm over 50. However, it's not that it really matters every day. It only matters like on a day like today when you're staring at me, even if there's 4 or 5 of you. And I'm thinking, I'm telling this to myself. I don't know. So you, why don't you just help me improvise it? You are helping me improvise it because I see myself in you thinking, oh, I do these things with her. I look at that camera and I say, oh, I do these things with her too. The thing is that I am Sam, Samuel. People call me many other things. But first and foremost, I wish to acknowledge and to show gratitude to the unceded traditional territory of the Mohawk Nations, where we are having this meeting in peace. It feels good for the self to acknowledge the territory, but what else am I good at? And I keep looking at Joanne because maybe she can help me. It's like, what are you gonna talk about? Oh, this is becoming, instead of making it easier, it's only becoming more difficult. You know, what else am I good at? I have told me a lot of shit to myself. I have done it to others, but I have a couple of other notes somewhere. But oh no, 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 that's Dominique. Oh, I hope that Dominique ne m'arrête pas. J'espère que ce n'est pas pour travailler. Dominique, please don't ask me to go and fulfill a volunteer thing. No. Well, why would you interview me? What do you want to ask me? Today, I'm happy. Today, I'm happy to be over 50, to be something, to be someone that at my age says, I am over 50, I have HIV, and I say it with less fear than when I said I'm 30 or when I say I am 40. I am actually only in my 20s, and I am walking down the street, and I am in this car. it it is not the green car from my childhood. It's a different car, but it is my father driving it, and it's on Church Street, downtown Toronto. Right at the corner of Wellesley, there is a red light. I know my HIV test is negative. Why would I not just go up, get the results, and by the time it turns green, that is in the car waiting for me to say, let's go. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm doing. I go up those stairs. I see the dirt on the stairs. I see the see-through glass door, and I only see one person. And I see another person. Oh, that one, they took him to the room. I'm an activist. I know why they take these people to that room. That one, where they don't tell you everything is okay and just go home because they have to tell you something else. What's going to happen to me? Why no one is looking at me? Oh, there's no one here. Am I exaggerating? Are you just treating me like shit? No, Am I treating myself like shit? Oh my God, that is downstairs. I have to get back in that car. But the light turned green and I wasn't there. I am not there. I'm still upstairs. Upstairs at Church and Wellesley at the hassle-free clinic waiting for my results. And the clinician comes out and goes to the cubicle. That place that I had told so many other people, go test. This is what's gonna happen. If they take you to the room, no, this is not the room. Yes, it is that room. Just tell me, what is it that you're gonna tell me? Tell me now. You know what? I already know what you're gonna tell me. I do the same work you do. Why don't I just go? I'm leaving now. Sorry? E- okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's HIV. These are the 80s. How long has it been? How long have I been talking? Have I been bullshitting people now? Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I actually don't know if I'm going down the stairs, if I'm gonna get back in that car. But that car suddenly becomes a tree. It's no longer my father that is driving that car. The car is a tree that is rooted somewhere, a tree that has history, a tree that lives in the present. But when it's windy, the branches open up. Some of them break, and you can't just put a band-aid and repair it all the time because some of them are just not good to come back up. They just give you new little pieces of hair. And that's what happening to that tree. That tree turned 20, that tree turned 30, and the tree started to have a bark. And the tree has a bark and is in the present and is able to feel that water that was our first medicine since the beginning. It is our first medicine. It is medicine. Water is medicine. It's just that it doesn't have alcohol. What am I going to do about it? Do I'll just have a drink. Oh, but I have water. I forgot. Maybe I'll have a drink of water. I'll just pretend it's alcohol. If that's what I'm thinking of. I never thought water would have taste. But when you're hungover, it has taste. When you're not hungover, it has taste. It's because you're just drunk all the time. But in my case, what am to say about you? I just know the self. I know that I am 24 and that tree is standing. I know that it gets windy. I know that it gets rainy. I know that it snows. That tree sleeps, and it all depends on how I treat it. However, I treat the tree is gonna turn 40. That tree is gonna turn 45. That tree is started in a Baptist church at the age of 7, in the midst of a civil war that I see like if it was yesterday, a civil war that I see in the present, a civil war that I see with myself. I'm trying to convince you that I don't want to be interviewed. But you know what? I don't want to be interviewed ever again. It happened inside my home. It's happening inside my home. It's happening right now. There is that fight that makes me realize that, yeah, there's a reason why I'm at this place where I am saying that I am happy. I'm happy to be more than 50. So this is a big day. This is the day I'm telling that I'm this old with HIV. 22 years ago, I'm going up those stairs. I come down those stairs and I get back in that car. 20 years ago, I am here. I am here already at a conference that is talking about HIV. A conference that I thought it was going to be one of my first conferences, but today I only wish it would have been one of my last conferences too. Today, that conference is happening within the self, because I have been able to work with these people that are staring at me, that are making me so nervous on this thing that I forgot my notes about. And I realized that the story that I have always been wanting to tell through this exercise is the story of a small tree that you can see at the end of a mountain that kind of bends, and the tree bends with the wind, but it is a small tree standing in the wind. I am so happy to share with you my spiritual name as a small tree standing in the wind.
Thank you so much, Samuel. We really appreciate that. I love it. Samuel, do you want to talk just very briefly about the creation of your story and the workshop that you took part in?
There was this opportunity of getting $300 to do something for the self. And I read it big. It wasn't a small print. The rest was interesting too, thank God. Because I said, I have to be 55 tomorrow because I have to do this. And I heard it through one of the ASOs in Toronto. And time was limited, and you have to commit yourself, and it has to be done now. So I had to admit something that was easy to admit, that I have HIV, that I'm old, but actually that I wanted to commit myself during this COVID time to do something else on Zoom. It worked. It worked so well. The first person that spoke didn't have a voice. It worked so well. The workshop was about giving yourself a voice, being able to tell your story, how to use the present tense, how to make it funny, how to be hilarious, how to bring sadness on the top of your story, how to put flowers in it. But the person that first spoke was talking like this to us. And we couldn't tell anything that she was saying, but she had something to say. And I'm not making fun of the person. It was just a fun situation. I seem to be at the right place. I'm going to learn how to talk, and I hope I really do. And the experience was actually really helpful. It helped me a lot. Um, I have talked about having HIV in many different ways, through my films, through advocacy, through my practices, my daily work. So I'm an open book. That hasn't been a problem because I have been able to say it in movies, in magazines, on the cover of the magazine. But this was saying it to myself in the present tense. So I said, these people know how to bullshit this shit. They're gonna make me do it. And they made me do it. And you know what? Like, if you have an opportunity, if I have the opportunity, which I was trying to do that today, the opportunity to write again something with the tools I acquire from being artistic in how to tell your stories, I would do these three workshops again. It was really useful. It was really nice to meet people from different walks of life with whom, after so many years of HIV, being HIV and being old is just kind of a given because we don't die so often anymore. So we're all old and we all have HIV. We kind of know that much already. So having to share differences with these other people participating in the workshops, it actually is still giving me a good vibe. I think it was a really very interesting workshop, and I would say it without her present. I have said it to others. I said it to ECAS, the organization that hooked me up with the workshop. It was really interesting to learn things that are still there that I have put out there, but I don't say about myself. And one of them is how much my name means to me. My spiritual name is Small Tree Standing in the Wind.
Thank you so much, Samuel. We really appreciate it.